Coming up, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New York Jets. A new era begins here at MetLife Stadium. The Bills and Jets underway to close out Week 1. Taken at the goal line. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
They run with the All-Pro from a couple of years ago, Jonathan Taylor. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They run once more with Taylor. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. The 20. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Price ball on the stop. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Allen. And his pass incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To the air, Allen. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Allen now looks to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal. Now Allen. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Bills. Trent Sherfield from 10 yards out. And the Bills are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return for Erickson. Out to the 25-yard line. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Oh, did the Jets miss this guy? Here's Breece Hall. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll go again with Hall. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. 56 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers.
At the 26-yard line.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st down, Allen going deep for Diggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So for the Bills, Charles, a lot of people see them as the favorites to unseat Kansas City, not just as AFC champions, but potentially as Super Bowl champions. You take a peek at their first month of the season, the Jets tonight, home for the Raiders next week, then at Washington, home for the Dolphins before they make the trip to London in Week 5.
And it looks like a slate that's going to challenge them, and it probably will, but it's also one that's manageable. They've got a big-time offense and a defense that's been #1 in the league the last couple of seasons. They believe this is their year.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On second down, here's the option. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Allen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Running left, Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Taylor is in. Touchdown, Bills.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football, but he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Alex Erickson elects to take it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Now Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Get 300! Get 300!
Throwing now is Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Zerline's kick is up and through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job is simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Allen off the play fake. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Allen going to throw. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 60. And the Bills are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Pass on for the extra point. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Bills 21, Jets 3.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Rodgers now on first down. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
That's good for another Jets.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
It's a gain of
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Now it's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen for Hall. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one is incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Allen. He'll get this off to Taylor. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Erickson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 51 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release.
Scat 300. Scat 300.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. This pass out wide to Hall. Touchdown! Breece Hall. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he returns this to the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. He may go. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No return here for Erickson. Touchback, and they'll start at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still... And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 41.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. On play action, Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. Touchdown, Bills. Gabriel Davis, 41 yards. And the Bills get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This fielded right at the goal line.
Alex Erickson on the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And some room to maneuver. Loose inside the 30. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 16-yard line. 181 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And check down complete to Hall. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jets get a bit closer. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
56, 56. Come on, come on, come on.
Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3-and-out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Hardman to return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
630. Inside.
On play action, Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case. They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. In trouble, and he's taken down. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Even though they were stopped before the 1st down marker, well-executed run there by the offense.
It certainly was, and the best part about it, it opens up other plays, especially the play-action passing game. Because if you can sell the run, that brings the linebackers up, and you can throw over the top of them and in front of the safeties.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Brings up 3rd down.
Hey, 88. Go to 50.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Throw left side, complete. That's Hall. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And again, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 42 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Get 300. Get 300.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Hall on a give up the middle. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Caught. It's Wilson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
26. Hey, take 26.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Carter will score. Touchdown, New York. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Allen hit. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. from the gun. It's Taylor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Hardman on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This is 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
At the 25-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here we go. This is 4th down. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And that's complete to Davis. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 42.
That's good for a Jets.
Now it's Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Well, partner, that'll do it. These week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That